have Zach LaVine with 5 points in a row and to end the first half by the Chicago Bulls, man. A dunk and a three-pointer. The Chicago Bulls go into halftime up by 6 points with a pretty solid run on top of that towards the end of that second quarter. But listen, the Bulls are coming here. I got some problems with how the Bulls are playing, right? Like, let's be clear here. Charlotte Hornets have led this game way too long. The Bulls do have a 6-point lead now. Kobe White's leading the way in scoring, 3 for 5, 1 for 2 from three-point range, 8 rebounds from Kobe White, 2 assists and 11 points. Andre Drummond with 6 points, 9 rebounds already, 1 block and 2 turnovers. DeMar DeRozan with 8 as well. But Zach LaVine has 9 points coming off the bench in 15 minutes already for the Chicago Bulls. 9 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist. Seems like he's trying to figure out how to. It was only one possession where I really saw Zach go into isolation mode, but it seems like he's out there playing pretty solid team basketball as well. Dalen Terry in his minutes as a starter, I feel pretty comfortable. I'm not going to be drinking at halftime. Only 2 points from Dalen Terry, but he has 3 assists and 1 still already on the game so far as well. Terry Taylor, everybody who's checked in for the Bulls has scored. Every single player that has checked in for the Bulls has scored. Even Javon Carter hit a 3. We got a Javon Carter basket being made in the first half of this game. The Chicago Bulls are playing pretty well, man. I don't like how much the Charlotte Hornets had the lead here. We know that this Chicago Bulls team has always been a team that kind of plays down the competition. I'm not necessarily saying that's happening, but when the Charlotte Hornets lead longer than the Bulls in the first half, that's a little concerning. They had more time in the lead, but outside of that, the Bulls are winning the rebounding battle 25-22, which you want to see in a case like that. Turnovers, the Bulls have had 9 turnovers so far in the game. We got to get that down a little bit, which has allowed Charlotte Hornets to have 10 points off turnovers, where the Chicago Bulls have only had 10 or 8, I'm sorry. And then second chance points, teams are tied 2-2, but the Chicago Bulls are winning off fast break points, and that's with 15. A lot of that coming in the second quarter of this game with just how the Bulls were playing with the better place, playing better defense as well overall. So you want to see the Bulls continue doing those type of things. We're winning the points in the paint battle as well so far, which is really good to see from the Chicago Bulls. Winning that points in the paint battle 28-14. We're also winning bench points 16-11. So the Bulls are doing some really good things out there. I want to see them perform better on the defensive side of the ball to kind of take the Charlotte Hornets out of this game. But listen, Dalen Terry's given us good minutes so far. Javon Carter's hit a goddamn 3-point shot. Like Zach LaVine's hit a 3 and a dunk to in that first half. Things are looking up for the Chicago Bulls, man. Let's see if they can continue it, build off what they've done. Nice into the first half for Zach and for the Chicago Bulls there. Now that's the Bulls basketball. I agree with you on that one, DJ. So nice into the half from Cannon Peacock. Agree with you there on that one as well. Quentin from Let's Talk Bulls. Why does he never want to bring up Quentin's comments? I like what I'm seeing from Zach. He's looking for his teammates almost too much, but looking. Yeah, he really is playing within what we've been trying to do, right? That's the thing that you can't take away from him. He's really playing in what we were trying to do, how we've been trying to execute. And for that, I got to commend him to a degree. Got to commend him for sure. Brazil Popular in the building says, let's fucking go. Way to finish the half strong. Agree with you on that one. Skiz in the building says, this has been entertaining. This really has been an entertaining game. I got to give him credit on that. It's definitely been an entertaining game. Is it me or what? This has been a great game for Julian Phillips to get some tick due to the fact that Patrick Williams and AC aren't playing. Yeah, but I mean, it's Billy Donovan. It's Billy Donovan. So, it is what it is there. AM Precise says, started slow, but I can tell they're at least trying. For sure. Definitely. Gullah TV says, I like Terry Taylor at the 4. I didn't hate it. When it initially happened, I'm like, I'm not going to like this at all. But I honestly didn't hate Terry Taylor at the 4. Great energy on defense and rebounding. 100% facts on that one as well. Brian the Tryhard says Zach's defense is pretty noticeable as so far. Yeah, I listen. At the end of the day, I think that Zach has always been somebody who's a solid on-ball defender. And when Zach LaVine locks in defensively, he's always been a player that can kick it into a different gear. He just doesn't consistently give that effort. He's playing pretty well defensively. I don't really have too much to say about Zach LaVine defensively in this game so far. Sand. Oh, I don't know if I'm going to say that full name. SC. Slow start makes sense. Integrating different pieces like this for the first time, but Zach's D is legit. Focus. I mean, I'm glad that you like Zach's D. You're only safe because Dalen can't hit open threes to save. It's like, hey man, that open three in the corner, I really thought that was going to go in. I'm like, this motherfucker's about to have 5 points, halfway to double digits. But yeah, Dalen Terry can't hit an open three, but he's still giving us some. I don't want to crap on Dalen Terry. He really has been giving some really good minutes out there. We got Jamal in the building. Says, what's Haize, C Red, go Bulls. I missed the pregame stream. But what's going on with P Will? P Will is out with his ankle injury. Alex Caruso is also out in this game as well. Beans in the building says flight 8. Hey, we got a flight 8 appearance, definitely. These motherfuckers playing so passive. It's been a few times where Zach or Io was at the rim for an open shot and ended up passing the ball out. I don't know if that's passive. You got to keep in mind, if you can lapse the defense, you should have an open shot out on the perimeter. And I remember correctly, Io's led to open shot. They just didn't hit it. Now, Zach, I can't remember Zach passing out the middle. I'm not saying that it didn't happen. I'm not saying that it didn't happen, but it's not always meaning that you're playing passive if you pass out of getting penetration. But hey, what's up, Haize? What's wrong with people? Just his ankle. So they basically looked and said, hey, we're playing the Charlotte Hornets. We got 2 days after this. Go ahead and take some time to rest up that ankle. That's basically what it was. Chasing Dream says Terry Taylor should start it at the 4. Need some size and strength on Miles. Good adjustment by the gum to playing some, I guess, English, man. I get it, but I also get that you want to bring something off the bench, and I also think that we aren't necessarily doing a bad job. We're killing them on the board, so I get it that we need some size, but we also need some size to the bench. Now you do have Vooch coming off the bench as well, but you need some size at the 4. So it was funny when Stacey said Drummond gave 31 the facial. Yes, and Stacey King knew exactly what he was doing. Exactly what he was doing. He knew exactly what he was doing. You can tell the game is starting to slow down for Dalen Terry. And that's where things for Dalen, with his skill set, with him being able to pass, get out in transition, play defense, that's where it's going to start being a little dangerous for Dalen Terry as far as for the opponent. If that game starts slowing down for him and he plays smart, it's going to be dangerous. I agree with Let's Talk Bulls. I'm liking what I'm seeing from Zach too, but I kind of want him to be just a wee bit more selfish, but not too selfish, if that makes sense. Haha. I'll say this. I'd rather us being I would rather us saying come into the after this game saying that I wish Zach was a little more selfish than saying, hey, Zach was too selfish in his first game back. I think if you're a little less selfish than you want to be, and that's fine if we want to see him be a little bit more selfish, that's a better place to be in considering the time that he's been out for sure. It's almost sad that we have to trade Zach. Seems like this team is a few pieces and consistency away from being a playoff team. He's exciting and skilled. It will be sad to see him go. F the haters. I mean, listen, at the end of the day, if that's what he wants, that's what he wants, man. And unfortunately, like I said, when this all kind of came out, I don't think the Bulls would have made any considerable changes if it wasn't for that request. So, it is what it is. Billy Doo saying building Terry Taylor to get those rebounds at 6'4" and leave the draft pick they traded up for in Phillips to develop that presence on the bench. Listen, I get what everybody's saying about playing Julian Phillips. I absolutely get it. But when somebody tells you who they are, you believe them. And Billy Donovan is somebody who's reluctant to play young players unless they have one skill set that he absolutely needs in the lineup at that time and then needs consistently. Kind of is what it is there. Beans the comedian says, I never been sold on Dalen Terry. I seen him get his ass busted in pickup games against regular dudes. Here we go. Beans be tripping sometimes, man. Don P says, let me rephrase that. Then it's not passive, but more overly passing, just to try to not be seen as doing anything outside the confines of Billy's offense. I guess Zach is trying to fit into. Yeah, I think, and like I said, that's a good place to be in to a degree. Like, I understand where you're coming from and I understand the concern, but if you're coming back, I'd much rather him be trying to do too much to fit in than trying to just be him right away, right? And so there's something to be said of that. It doesn't seem like he's being as passive as times before he went down with injury, where it's almost he just like refused to shoot. So we'll see. Facts. This is the game where I'll accept Zach being way more unselfish than selfish. Yeah, that's just it. Now it's gonna come along, right? And hopefully it just balances out to where we're not saying he's too unselfish or he's too selfish. Hopefully it just balances out where he's fitting in. Hey, are we counting assisted points with DT? No, or no. What the fuck? No. Come on now. Let's stop trying to get me drunk. No. Let's talk Bulls. It's good to see Zach trying. DeMar took a game to adapt as well. DeMar actually took more than a game, but yeah, for sure. And you got to kind of find your way when things are changing around you. And I love that Billy Donovan before the game said this isn't about changing Kobe White's shots. We're not changing Kobe White's shots. We're not changing Kobe White's prioritization. I think that went a long way for that coach to say that as well. So you like Kuminga to the Bulls if he's on the trade block? Not if it means we have to take Chris Paul back. Not if it means we have to take Chris Paul back. I like to see him be quicker on the attack. Seems to wait a second before driving. Are you referring to Zach? Or are you referring to somebody else there, Mark Dollar? Because if you said a different comment before, then I missed it. If DT gets double digits, is he getting the game ball? That's hilarious. If he hits a game winner on top of that, or a game winning block or something like that. Zach looking decent off the pine dog. I don't know. Might be some chemistry in that. Could be. I highly doubt that they keep Zach LaVine coming off the bench for a long period of time. Why does everyone want to watch you drunk? They hoping something wild happens. And I'm honestly a chill drunk. Like you'll get something more wild out of me off an Eddie than off alcohol. I'm a chill drunk. I get even more chill. Matt Thomas or Javon Carter? I mean, with the way Javon Carter's played this year, Tony Snell over Javon Carter. But yeah, you called it. Hey, Stacey said with Zach being back, Pat can revert back to being Pat. I didn't say that he'd say that though. Pat ain't even in the game, so I need that hoodie. Where'd you get it from? This is from Pro Standard. Pro Standard hoodie. Yikes, not Tony. That's actually pretty hilarious. But all right, so I'm gonna go ahead and end the halftime hangout. I do have to go have some cold beer waiting on me. I'll be back post game show, man. I love you guys. Go Bulls. Let's seal this dub. And let's see how Zach LaVine and the rest of the Bulls continue to play as well. Really liking the aggression from Kobe White, Andre Drummond in this game. Let's see how. By the way, this hat is fire, but why did they make the underside pink? Like it's like why pink there? Why did you go with pink fabric? But I love you guys. Go Bulls. See red, y'all.